Well, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your roadway to English proficiency. As you can see, I'm outside today. I'm going to take a walk, a stroll around the neighborhood, and have a little chit-chat. I haven't done this for a while. A lot of you say you like me doing these videos as I take a walk around the neighborhood. So I decided to do that today and kind of tell you what's been going on in my life and give you an update. Have a little chit chat and see how that goes. But before I get into that, there's 3 things you can do for me. Hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and 3, tell your friends about it so that they can benefit from these videos too, just like you. Well, I've been pretty busy as of late, which means lately. I have a lot of things that I like to do. I have a lot of hobbies, and I've told you before, I consider myself blessed. Because I'm retired and I have time to spend and devote on things that I like to do and hobbies. So kind of wanted just to talk to you about kind of how I spend my day, what I do on a routine day or routine week, and the kind of things that I like to do. But I like to say my priority, a lot of things I do, is still learning and studying Spanish. That's always going to be my top priority. But I have a lot of other interests and certain things I started to do. But today it's Tuesday. Let's see, February 10th. We had the Super Bowl yesterday. Kansas City Chiefs played the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Chiefs were going for a three-peat, we say. They were trying to win the Super Bowl 3 years in a row, but they weren't able to do that. The Eagles won. I'm kind of glad because I like their quarterback, and it's good to have a different champion out there. But today it's been, we say, unseasonably warm, like it's usually warmer than usual. The past week or so, the temperature's been in the 80s, and that's fairly kind of unusual for February. But it's a little bit cooler today. I think temperatures are probably in the high 60s, but it's overcast. It's not sunny, and I think the weather forecast says that on Wednesday it's going to get down like near 40 or high 30s for the low. Then they'll warm up again, and then on Sunday the temperature is supposed to drop again. So it's typical Texas weather in the winter time. But so I've been still studying the Spanish, doing that very consistently every day. And what I normally do, I don't, like I said, really study grammar or anything like that. I just watch a lot of videos, especially on YouTube in Spanish, and listen to podcasts and read articles. And I find that's a good way to just still improve. But I've been doing a lot of talking and conversation. And what I do is once a week, I meet with a teacher on iTalki. And we talk for an hour, and then I also, every Tuesday, I'm a member of a conversation group class, and we talk about an article that we have to read. And then I joined up with a group or online site called Worlds Across, and I really like that. So for those of you who are want to learn Spanish, I highly recommend Worlds Across. You pay a fee, monthly fee. I think it's about $120 a month, and I can have up to, 8 or 10 one-on-one, 1 hour long conversation classes with the teachers on the site. And plus I can have unlimited group conversation classes per month. And I'm real pleased with the instructors. They're very professional. They work with you, and added benefit or bonus on Worlds Across is they assign you a coach. He meets with you the first time, goes over what are your goals, kind of what's your level, and what you need to work on. And the coach actually meets with you. He has a Zoom call with you once a month to track your progress, to get your input, see how you are progressing, maybe things that they need to do differently, how you can achieve your goals. And so they're very concerned about your progress in Spanish. So for those of you out there, I know you're trying to learn English, but maybe some of you would like to learn Spanish as well. I would highly recommend checking out Worlds Across. It's somewhat similar to another online platform called Baselang, which I was a member of several years ago. I kind of prefer Worlds Across, but I heard that the founders of Worlds Across actually worked for Baselang for several years. And there are 3 people from Venezuela, but they live in Argentina. So I usually try to talk at least 2 times a week, so with Worlds Across, maybe 3. So I get my 8 to 10 one-on-one classes a month with Worlds Across. And then I have my once a week session with my italki teacher. And then once a week class with the conversation group with the teacher from Spain. So I'm getting a lot of conversation practice in, which is my main goal right now at my level, and I feel that I'm progressing quite a bit. I'm able to understand most things now. Don't have to think as much when I speak and try to formulate my sentences and ideas. And another thing I started doing, and this is a benefit from learning Spanish, I like music. I like to play musical instruments. I'm a member of a djembe ensemble group, djembe drumming, called the Joy of Djembe Drumming. We meet twice a month in Houston to practice, and we've been having a lot of performances around the Houston area. So that keeps me busy. So we practice the first and third Saturdays of every month. So I do that, and we just had a performance for an international festival at an elementary school in Houston. That was a lot of fun. We have practice coming up in about a week and a half. I'm going to be on Wednesday. I'm going to be going to a special kind of djembe drum class with a visiting special guest djembe master, we call it, a djembe drummer. Going to be taking a class from him down in Houston. And I play the bass guitar as part of the djembe drumming group. So sometimes I practice that. And I was practicing and learning to play the Irish whistle. But I recently came across another instrument that I really liked and wanted to check out. And learn how to play. And it's an instrument called the quena. A quena. It's kind of a flute. It's a flute, una flauta andina, that's common in South America, in countries like Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, y parts of Chile, y Colombia, Argentina. And I'm learning to play the quena. But the thing is, with the quena, there's not a lot of information that's available in English, and there's not really places you can go here in the United States or Texas where I can go to take lessons to learn how to play the quena. And like I said, there's not a lot of information out there, books in general on how to play, and especially not much information out there in English. So this is a benefit of me being able to speak Spanish, is there are YouTube channels with people from Central South America that play the quena. So I've been able to watch videos in Spanish to get some ideas on how to learn to play the quena. And also I had to order a quena, so I signed up for kind of an online class, and I ordered a quena from one of the teachers there, and of course I did all of that in Spanish, so that really helped out. We corresponded back and forth on WhatsApp, totally in Spanish, no English. And I ordered a quena flute, but then I found another YouTube site from a gentleman originally from Peru. Robert-chan Gonza is his name, but he's actually living now in Osaka, Japan. And he has that's what he does there in Japan. He teaches people how to play the traditional Andean musical instruments from Peru, like the quena and another instrument called the zampoña. And he mainly teaches retired, older Japanese people that are retired. And he says he has about 30 students, and he has a YouTube channel. I'll post a link to that, and they're actually pretty good, and they have performances, so that's what he does for a living. And so he also teaches online, so I was able to correspond with him all in Spanish, totalmente en español. And so yeah, I began taking lessons, quena lessons from him online. We've had 2 or 3 classes now, and the classes and lessons are all in Spanish. So he's a very nice guy. So that's one of the big benefits of learning to speak another language. Like it says, it opens up a whole new world for you, opens up a door to things. I wouldn't have been able to do all of this in learning the quena if I didn't speak Spanish. So those of you that are learning English, maybe there's something that you want to do, something that you want to learn online. You can find, if you speak English well enough, hey, you can go ahead and do that. So that's what I'm doing. So typically, let's see what else. As far as musical instruments go, that's about it. I'm not really trying to practice the Irish whistle too much at the moment, because you get too many things going on. And there's a phrase in Spanish that says, how does it go? Mucho abarca, poco aprieta. Mucho abarca, poco aprieta. It's kind of like if you try to do too many things at once, you'll never really get good at any of it. So you need to kind of choose certain things to do and focus on those things. So I can't focus on trying to learn to play the Irish whistle and the quena and all this other stuff that I do. It's just too much. So another thing that I've started, that I started doing recently, I used to do before, is practice drawing. I like to draw, but it's very time consuming, especially when you're starting out trying to learn the techniques and to practice. And I just didn't have the time. I was trying to do a lot of other stuff at that point in my life. But I decided to try my hand at, we say in English, try my hand at again, like to try again, basically, relearn drawing. So been watching YouTube videos and kind of gonna just focus on learning to draw portraits, or mainly faces, photos, pictures of people. I find that fascinating. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on that and started to practice. So that takes time. And another thing is, I used to also do a lot of photography, but like I said, I don't have time to do everything that I want to do. So I haven't really been doing much photography lately, or taking pictures, but I love to do that. But I think in April and May, there's a very big birding festival down in Galveston, Texas, which is along the coast, 1 hour from here. I have a video that I shot a couple years ago when I went down there. So I'm thinking of going down there in April, May, and participating in the birding festival. So they break out my camera. That doesn't mean I'm going to break it. That means I'm going to take it out again and start using it, start taking pictures. So maybe break out my camera and go down and have fun at this festival. that's another thing that I haven't been able to do lately. Also, I got my ham radio license over about a year and 3-4 months ago. I'd kind of cooled off, we say in English. I'd cooled off a little bit on listening to the ham radio and talking on it, just because I didn't have the time. But I got back into that. So I jumped back into that, and been talking to people on the ham radio, but not as often as I used to. I used to do it almost every day. Now I do it maybe every other day for maybe 30 minutes, and I'm finding I'm really enjoying that. So I made contact with ham in the Marquesas Islands. I think that's in the South Pacific somewhere. I need to look that up, but I sent off to get a confirmation called a QSL card, and then I recently made contact with the ham in the Caribbean island of Anguilla, so I was kind of happy to hear that. But I've been able to talk to other hams all over the United States. So my rig, that's a kind of jargon that we use. A rig is actually just the radio. And my antenna seemed to be working well with no problems, so I'm glad to hear that. So I plan on maybe in the future making a video about ham radio. I'm going to make a video about the Cana flute, and also make a video about the djembe drums, and also have plans to make a video about Tai Chi. I used to do a lot of Tai Chi in my younger days, but and before COVID I used to teach Tai Chi here in the city where I live. I've been studying Tai Chi since I was 30, and I'm 62, so that was 32 years. But I haven't really been doing much Tai Chi. I just like to walk now, and maybe I'll get back into that. So let's see what else. So those are the kind of things I'm doing. So let me give you an idea of a typical week for me, or a typical day, say starting off on a Monday. I usually go to bed about 12:30 a.m. in the morning. That seems to be pretty normal for me. And I normally get up, I guess say around between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. Pretty much we say like clockwork. Like clockwork, I wake up like clockwork, pretty routinely. I don't have to set an alarm. My body just causes me to get up. So I get up and usually start eating about 8 o'clock. Finish eating about 8:30. I eat kind of slow because of the health issue I have. And then a lot of times I'll, check email. I like to do a word game on my iPad called Wordle. I do that every day. Check the news, what's going on. And then if the weather's good, usually kind of like to go walking like I'm doing now. So I'll go walking for about an hour. And when I get home, I have a total gym, which is a piece of exercise equipment. I usually use that for about 20 minutes. But we recently did buy a treadmill, which is basically just a piece of machinery, exercise equipment that you use to walk on, especially if the weather's bad. If it's raining, it's too cold, we can still get some exercise in, and I've been using that quite a bit. So I try to exercise or walk and lift weights, use the total gym, at least every other day. So I'd say about 4 times a week I'm walking and working out. So that's about an hour and a half to do that. And so a lot of times I have to go to the store, grocery store, a couple times a week. We don't buy like a whole lot of groceries that last the whole week. So maybe every 3 days or so we have to go to the store. This is a small town, so I can go to the store and come back usually in an hour. So it's kind of my Mondays. I don't really have anything planned, and this is time I'll maybe watch some YouTube videos, read some Spanish, that type of thing. I'm coming up on the lake here. I'll put that in the background so you can see. Or maybe I'll practice the cane of flute a little bit, and I'll maybe practice some drawing. You can see the lake in the background. So that's kind of what I'll do on a Monday. On Tuesday, same thing. I wake up and eat. Then at 10:30 every Tuesday, I have my group conversation class in Spanish with this teacher from Spain. I really look forward to that. And I have to read an article, look at words, and then we have to write a summary of what the article's about and the intention of the author, and think about my personal ideas of what I thought about the article. So I have to do a little bit of homework and preparation. So I do that usually like on Sunday or Monday. Like I said, Tuesday I have the class, and then Wednesday I volunteer for an organization called Meals on Wheels, where I deliver food and meals to the elderly, we say. And I've been doing that for like 2-3 years now. And then Thursday and Friday, I guess in the afternoon from 3 to 4, my wife and I volunteer again, and we help out at the local mission, where we help facilitate training classes for the people that are staying and living at the mission. So that's been very rewarding. We've kind of starting to become part of the family. They've accepted us and developed friendships, just trying to help people to give back to the community. And because, they're in a situation, we don't know really why. Could be they're homeless, they don't have a place to stay. Could be a family situation. They couldn't, this is a sad story, but there's an older lady there in her 80s. Her family just kicked her out of the house and took her to the mission, dropped her off, and left her there. So that's a horrific story. There's people there, I think, that have had alcohol, maybe drug problems. They lost their jobs, or their family situation disappeared, or they had to leave, or for whatever reason, so they needed a place to stay. So it's a combination of men and women. So you were able to see, the difficulties that people have to go through, and it makes you think about your life, and maybe you think about how lucky that you are. You have a roof over your head, and you don't have to worry about that. So it helps you to reflect and appreciate what you have. So we do that, like I said, in every first and third Saturdays. I'm practicing with the djembe drum group on Sundays. We try to go to church. Maybe not, we don't make it every Sunday, but this past Sunday, for example, we went to the church service and did that. Sometimes we'll go out to eat. So my week is pretty full, and I stay busy. I don't have a problem. I'm not bored at all. So, I worked for the city of Houston for 30 years, and I always dreamed of one day being able to retire. And so it's something I always wanted to do. And like I said, I still have to do my YouTube videos, so I need to take time to record videos, to edit videos. That takes some time. So with all this stuff that I'm doing, I'm staying busy, but I'm really enjoying life. So that's kind of what I've been up to lately, and I'll try to make some more of these videos where I'm walking around the neighborhood, chit-chatting with you. I don't know if there's anything else. I wanted to say, I'll walk around a little bit. I made a video a couple weeks ago, about English phrases with the word hell. I didn't get that many views on that for whatever reason, not sure why. I don't know if the YouTube algorithm didn't like the idea that I was talking about hell, or phrases with hell. But I thought that would be very useful for you all, because in English there's a phrase, and I'll talk about this now with you. But we talk about certain things in English, and we say we add the two words as hell, and that really means very. So for example, I can say it's hot, it's very hot, but I could also say it's hot as hell. So this is very kind of useful two words you can add to a lot of things, not everything, but a whole bunch of stuff. I can say it's cold as hell. That means it's very cold. I can say it's cloudy as hell. It's very cloudy. I can say it's windy as hell. It's very windy. I can say I'm tired as hell. I'm very tired. This road I'm walking on is steep as hell. It's very steep. I can say that car is going fast as hell, going very fast, or slow as hell, very slow. Hey, I can say I'm full as hell. I'm very full. I'm hungry as hell. That means I'm very hungry. You kind of get the picture, you get the point. But and it's not really, I'd say a very bad phrase to use. A lot of people use that. I can say somebody is smart as hell or dumb as hell. So without having this video to get too long, I think I'll go ahead and close the video right here. But just wanted to walk and talk and have a chit chat with you. If I see something else that looks interesting, I'll record that too and add it to the video. But hey, thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English. Hopefully it helps with your English comprehension. And let me know what you thought about the video. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends about it. So thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English, and we'll check you later. Hey, goodbye.